Are you actually happy with your CRM? Before you say yes, give some thought to it, because odds are your automotive CRM comes with a lot of drawbacks that are holding your business back. Stay tuned because we're going to talk about it in this episode of Down Payment.
Welcome to Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Prepare to learn something new about the industry that keeps us moving.
Check out all our podcast content on our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X. Welcome back. And in this episode, we are talking about CRMs. CRMs are crucial to almost every car dealer. Every car dealership of any size beyond really small, you probably have a CRM. They are the software that literally connects us with our customers when they first come in as a lead all the way through until we pass them through the sales process. And most dealers get a specialized CRM for their business. So we're talking something that is automotive sales industry specific. And that sounds great. We see these companies, they have automotive CRMs, and these companies talk to us and they say that they know the industry and that they have a custom built specialized tool for us. And it sounds perfect. In our experience with our dealership, we had one of these, and you know, it's something that's such a common tool that we don't realize what we're losing, what we're missing, what we don't have as part of this tool. Now, the problem with the automotive specific CRMs is something that you really need to examine your CRM strategy, your BDC strategy in the context of. A lot of these CRMs made for the car industry look like they were designed 20 years ago. And we kind of have this recurrent problem in the automotive industry where the software companies that serve our industry tend to charge us more to give us less. They're doing something specific for our industry that are found across all industries or a lot of industries. But for our industry, they give us a very pigeonholed solution. They charge us more and give us less functionality. There might be a better way here. There might be a better CRM choice going outside of the automotive specific CRMs. You tend to miss a lot of functionality with these automotive specific CRMs. They lack the integrations. If they integrate with anything, they're going to integrate with your DMS. And oftentimes even that integration isn't great, but that's not really the most important integration to us. Like, it's great, you import the customer information into the DMS, but otherwise I'm going to key punch that anyways. That's not the most important integration for us. They really lack creative flexibility. They are designed to be implemented in one way and one way only. This is the way you use this tool. This is how it works. And there's not a lot of elasticity in these programs. There's very little customizability. And what this does is it lets you do the exact same thing as all the other dealers that have a dealership CRM do. There's no competitive advantage. You're able to have the same functionality that every other dealer has, which doesn't give you any sort of special advantage over your competition. And then the development cycle on these automotive specific CRMs tends to be really stagnant. They are slow to develop, slow to iterate. They don't have new features coming out on a constant basis. And that's where, without recommending any specific one of them, I would really urge you to take a look at and see if some of these generic CRMs on the market are actually a better fit for your business. So they aren't going to have customized form fields for car and finance information and stuff like that that your automotive CRM might have, but they have customizability. You can add custom fields. And they're going to have better integrations with a wider ecosystem of tools that your business likely needs, like web forms, able to do more stuff with email, more creative campaigns, a lot more flexibility there. So CRMs, for example, I'm not recommending any one of these in particular, but I'm giving them as examples that you should look at. HubSpot, Zoho, Apollo, Monday. Links for these in the show notes, but these are examples of CRMs that have had a lot of success across multiple industries, multiple fields, that might be a better solution for your dealership. They aren't going to be automatically set up for dealerships, and they're not going to integrate with your DMS, but they have a lot of upsides. They are capable of doing so much more creative marketing campaigns, more dynamic and interesting stuff with email. And these companies, instead of any one of them having just dozens or hundreds of clients like we see in the automotive space, these are companies that have thousands or tens of thousands, in some cases, potentially 6 figures worth of customers and clients. And so it supports a better development cycle. They're constantly iterating, bringing out new features and trying to bring you additional competitive advantages as a result. And then they also are big enough that they have an ecosystem of add-ons and consultants and people that you can bring in addition. So you can get someone that is a HubSpot consultant, for example, and they can help you with setup. They can help you with training. They can help you with creative campaign development. So there is a lot of advantage to broadening your look outside of the automotive specific CRMs. We used one of these automotive specific CRMs. I'll never say who it was, but there are a lot of downsides there, and I think you can bring a lot of advantage to your dealership by looking outside of those. With that, it's been another episode of Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Check out our podcast on all our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X.
Thank you for listening. Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers, is a production of Meta Financial Services Incorporated.